Right, I've just got over that gate. Here's the little lane that I talk about. And then we go through this little hamlet. It's got names, I used to know it all, I can't remember. We just had to climb over that gate, which was quite high for me, really. But I'm coming back a different way. It's handy to know that. Because I did what it is, I'm going up one parallel track and coming back on the other one later. That's the plan. Is it? Yeah. So I needed to be on this track, really, not the other one. Although I could have gone on the other one. I do like to do circulars. I've warmed up a bit now as well. That's quite nice. It's just pleasant. It's pleasant, isn't it? Right, so I'm going through this little hamlet. Sun's right in my eyes. Can't see a thing. There's a bit of renovation going on with the old wartime huts, look. Yeah, it's a very old thingy. It's got a name, I can't remember what you call it now. Some little cottages along here, very old. Little barns and sheds from the past as well. Still remaining, still surviving. Of course, they get bought up, these places, you know, and then people do a bit of renovation on it to improve it and maintain it and save it. Near there, that's the potholer miner place, their HQ. I think they've got places you can sleep there and everything, you know, full accommodation, where they all meet because of all the potholes around here. There's another place further over by the Mineries where where they also gather and got a club. I think that's a club as well. It's got a name. I can't. As I said, it's the Priddy Potholders Club, something like that. Now, because there's no cows, I should be able to walk across the field in a minute. Now, another place I would have emerged, because I've never climbed that gate before, would be coming out here in a minute, past the caravans. Because there's I'm going on a parallel path and coming back on the other one. So I'll be going through this caravan park on the way back. Alright, so sun right in my eyes, but it's lovely and warming. Yeah, that's the what's it called? Let's see what it's called again. It's called the Wessex Cave Club. Upper Pits. Yes, it's Upper Pits. The Wessex Cave Club. This is their main entrance here. And then over here you've got a few caravans. Yeah, see? And I'll be going through there. There's the farm and the barn. And I'll be coming across different fields on the way back. Like I said, I'm going to assess how much I'm going to do today. I can't imagine me doing what I normally do because it gets dark early. There's the gate to get in there. In a minute, there should be a gate to get me so I can get in that field and walk across. But as long as there's no cows, I can see sheep. Yeah, as long as there's no cows, I can do it. It's a very fast road. The roads around here, they're sort of B roads. They're fast. Lots of people die on the roads around here. or they have done in the past, through careless fast driving. One time I was over, I'd been doing some walking, and just days before I had to go on this road down here, I think 2 people died, and then not like 3 days or 2 days after I'd been, more people died. So you do avoid that route if you can help it. Are you with me, everyone? Are you asleep yet? Are you asleep yet? That's the entrance to the farm. East, what's that say? I can't read it. It's East something farm anyway, in there. I don't know if I can get in this gate. Quite often it's really boggy here, and you walk across the field and you get through another gate. I don't know if, oh yes, we can. You've got to be careful, it'll be very boggy and mucky. But there's another side of a cow. And you can walk across the field. It's nice. You cut out a bit of dangerous road actually further down. Of course, I have videoed all these walks from the past, just for those of you who don't know. If you want to see earlier ones, they'll be on YouTube somewhere. Just put the word Priddy in and something will come up. Or put Ebbor Gorge in. Right, I'm going to turn off for now. I've got the sun right in my eyes. So we won't be coming back to this exact route. Some of the pretty barrows are visible up the top. Right, everyone. I've just come through the little hamlet over there, where the miners have got their little base and everything. Come across some fields of sheep. There's some lovely little cottages darted along here in this hamlet here. A very busy working garage up the top there. And further along there used to be a pub called the Miners' Arms. And in there, Stockton Wood, I always get muddled up, it's a big wood. It's one of those manufactured woods, you know, landscaped pine trees. And of course an old mining area. It's called the Mineries, all that, and within it you've got all sorts of artifacts that you can find, like the old tubes for the lime kilns and all that sort of thing. And there are some dangerous places. You could fall down very deep shafts. Some of it isn't labelled, and it gets overgrown with long grass, and you could easily fall down if you aren't aware of it. But I've done videos of all that place in the past. I always find something different when I go in there. I haven't been for a walk over there for a while now. I thought about taking Zara and the dog over there one day. But he gets car sick. Every time he's been in my car, he's thrown up. You know, he gets car sick. Bless him. Oh, did you hear that boom then? That's Cheddar Quarry on Callow Hill. That used to be a beautiful hill that they blew to bits. Over there you've got the big Wells aerial for all our internets and television and all sorts. That big aerial there, look. And in the fields near there you get magic mushrooms. They get attracted by the signal. I watched this really good programme last night on Channel 9. It could be BBC 3 or 4, I don't know. But it was all about mushrooms. It was very, very interesting. I did know quite a lot of it anyway. But how they're more animal-like than plant-like. Because of their digestive properties. And how they feed and how they do things, break things down. Apparently there's more animal-like than plant. Plants photosynthesize, but fungi sort of digest things. It's very interesting, actually. But of course after a while I forget everything. So although I've taken a bit in, and of course I do know about their myceliums and their phyla and how they penetrate the soil. Oh yeah, that was one thing I thought was interesting, how they form these rings in with their phyla and form like little traps, and they trap earthworms. Because an earthworm is full of nitrogen apparently, and the fungi need nitrogen. So the worm crawls through this like little hole that a little loop of phyla that the fungi have laid down, and then they tighten it up on them. Then they literally suck them dry of all their nutrients, the worm. And of course there's symbiotic relationship with trees, how they break trees down, how living trees actually also thrive from the help of fungi, how fungi will share certain water and nutrients with the tree. They don't always totally destroy the tree. I think ash dieback is one of those exceptions where the fungi literally kill the tree, basically, on this occasion. But a lot of trees and fungi live together in harmony, a bit like lichens and trees, a bit like ivy and trees. There's such a big network going on in the forest. And that fungi were here I think they said way before we were. The fungi were here. But they're often classed in with plants, but apparently they're more animal-like because of their digestive processes. Quite scary, actually. A bit of sort of something like out of a science fiction film or something, an alien, you know. How powerful these fungi are. And it's all chemical and biological, because their main purpose in life is to feed, and then to flower, to the equivalent of flowering, to create their species again. But there's a network somewhere in the world, I can't remember where it is now. God, where is it? Where a network of fungi mycelium goes over 128 miles, or even further than that. I can't remember the exact figure, but I know it was a hell of a long way. And apparently, along with the tree roots, they've been networking long before our internet came along. Oh, look at that, a chair. I haven't seen that before. Usually there's electric fence here as well. Oh, look. And a little table. Little table as well, look. I bet in the summer that's all right to sit on. Yeah, it's not broken. Oh, lovely place. So for tea and cake. Look at that lovely view. Yeah, and of course they also talked about how fungi are useful for industry, how they can be used in all sorts of ways to make furniture even. How to break down chemical products, how fungi can break them down and deactivate their poisons. It was really worth watching again, so taking a bit more of it. So it was quite late and I was a bit tired when I watched it, but I thought it was very good, keeping you up to date on what these fungi are doing now, how they're being used to break down chemical products and make them into useful things. that aren't harmful to the environment. And fungi are doing it. It's good, isn't it? Nature fighting back, you see. Isn't it? And giving us a brain to work it out. Yeah, I think they've got fungi. Is it Chernobyl that have learned how to break down radiation as well? You know, and over that, when that nuclear disaster was all those years, was it 86 when Chernobyl happened? Anyway, just a bit of useless information as I'm going along. I'm enjoying this walk though because it's pleasant. Now you see there's a track there going across and there's a gate at the end. I'll be over the other side of that gate later, everyone. By that barn, walking in a parallel track. That'll be me a bit later. Over that. Let me take a picture.